I set out to answer a simple question. What's the biggest difference really between a poker beginner and someone who has played for a long time? And maybe more importantly, what is the process to get from a losing newbie to a crushing veteran? I've been playing live poker for 10 years now, so I've ridden this roller coaster through all these stages. And today I'm going to show you how a player with 1 month of experience, another with a year, and someone with a decade under their belt approach the game, what their biggest leaks are, and what you can do to quickly level up at each of these stages. Plus, I'll show you just how horrendous I was when I first started. Prepare to cringe. Welcome to the birth of a brand new poker player. He has played for about a month and everything is filled with hope and optimism for this player. Oh, the sweet naive hope and optimism. Everything is super easy as well. Just kidding. Everything is of course a grind. Everything is pain. He gets his money in with a flush only to lose to a bigger flush. His kings cracked by some lunatic who called a 3-bet with 9-4 offsuit. And don't even get me started on his pre-flop leaks. His bleeding chips like a leaky faucet. Case in point, 1 month into playing live poker, I faced this hyper-aggressive guy who raised to 10 from early position in a 1-2 game. I called with 9-8 suited in the small blind, which is already questionable. But wait, it gets worse. The big blind also called. The flop came king 9-9, jackpot, right? I let out for 10. The big blind called and the original raiser made it 40. Suddenly, panic set in. What if the big blind has a 9 with a better kicker? What if Mr. Aggro over there has pocket kings? So what did I do? I folded. Yep, I folded trip 9s. Einstein level genius right there. The big blind folded too and Mr. Aggro gleefully scooped the pot. I wasn't a total fish. I did have some winning sessions, but my results graph, oh boy, let's just say it looked like a roller coaster designed by someone who hates fun. I was a total nit at that time. Other beginners are calling stations and others are maniacs. Whatever they are, it is rare to be a big winner at this stage. And that's okay at this point in the journey. If this is you, don't despair. Persist, study, and take comfort in the fact that most of the player pool is about as sharp as a bowling ball. So what should players at this level focus on? There are two main things. One, focus on the fundamentals. Learn what hands to open raise and more importantly, what hands to call with pre-flop. Learn what to do with value hands, marginal hands, draws and junk. Study what boards to c-bet and when to check. By the way, I've got a free ebook on c-betting, link in the description below. You're welcome. And the second thing to focus on is value bet more, bluff less. You're not Phil Ivey yet, don't overcomplicate things. These two tips will help you become a more accomplished player and move to what I call the awkward stage. This player has been grinding for a year, he's got some wins under his belt but still makes mistakes. Like forgetting that Mr. I only raise with the nuts isn't bluffing when he shoves all in. He still struggles to remember the tendencies of every player at the table and still focuses more on his hand than on other players' ranges. Oh, and he's experienced his first significant downswing. Welcome to the club, champ. He contemplated quitting poker entirely, but then decided, screw it, let's subscribe to GTO Wizard instead. Pro tip, you can get 10% off with my link below. His win rate is positive overall, but he is not a clear winner yet. He is insecure whether he can even beat the game or if his wins are only due to positive variance. His biggest issue at this point is his mental game. Here's a hand I butchered at this stage. I raised pocket kings over a limper. He called. The flop came king queen 5 with 2 hearts. I made a continuation bet and my opponent, a passive older man, calls. The turn is an offsuit ace. I bet again and now he raised me. I had top set and at this point I had an easy call. But when the river was a blank and my passive recreational opponent moved all in, I had an easy fold, right? This type of opponent would not check raise the turn with a flush draw and then put all his chips on the line on the river with a missed draw. But I sat there, holding those pocket kings, and my inner idiot whispered, couldn't he be doing this maybe with a set of fives? Well, maybe. It seems unlikely. He would probably have raised the flop on such a wet board. Instead, this passive opponent became really aggressive with his betting once the straight completed. Or couldn't he maybe overvalue two pair? Well, same as above. But maybe he's just spewing. Well, we can't rule it out, but before this hand, he never put more than £10 into a pot without having a big hand. But none of these thoughts helped. I flicked in the call and villain of course showed Jack 10 for the turn straight. GG. Despite these mistakes, a player at this stage who takes the game seriously will have a winning graph at the live low stakes, but he knows that there is a lot of room for improvement. What can he improve? Apart from working on his mental game by practicing meditation and yoga, it is now the time to focus more on hand reading and exploiting players. Figuring out what tendencies an opponent has can add serious dollars to his win rate, either by folding in the right spots, like in my example with a set of kings, or by value betting thinly against passive opponents. This is the game plan to become a serious winner at these games. And if he does this for several years, constantly refining his strategy and improving his hand reading abilities, he will reach the status as a pro or pro-like player. It doesn't have to take 10 years, but it really depends on the volume he puts in. Life at this level can be good, but it's not all rainbows and unicorns. This player's graph looks like a mountain range, but the general trend is up. He has had self-doubt after all the mistakes he has made, but he went through all that. He now has the confidence that he can bounce back from any downswing. He's battled countless downswings, made every mistake in the book, and emerged with a battle-hardened mindset. One of the biggest differences compared to the beginners, he is not afraid to stick his money in with nothing, like in this example. Our experienced player raises king-queen offsuit and gets called by the big blind. On ace-10-4 with two hearts, he c-bets and gets called. On a brick turn, he overbets and gets called. And when the heart draw completes on the river, he now pulls the trigger. This higher variance playstyle pays the bill and sets him apart from the recreational crowd. But he still has things to improve, mainly when it comes to his mental game. The danger is to be complacent, to start opening up ranges too wide because he's overconfident. Many players at this level will try to move up in stakes, challenge themselves against other regs. Or they can simply enjoy being a consistent winner at low to mid stakes and make decent money with their hobby. If you are not at this stage yet, there is one skill that will get you halfway there. It pretty much doubled my win rate when I first started using it. Click on this video here to find out what it is.